everyone, Bet Bros here. That's Corey. I'm Brenton. Pretty much what we do is every week we run through the bets so you don't have to. We go through everything. We try to find the good value bets, not exactly the locks, but the good value bets, the ones that are going to pay off bigger than the the $1 and 1 cent ones. We've got all types of sports. Look down below. There'll be a time stamp on each sport, just so you can go through it. If you're a baseball fan, then you can just link straight to baseball. This is going to cover between the 4th and the 9th of September. Okay, so do you want to start us off there, Corey?
Yeah, no worries. We'll start it off with just a bit of the basketball. There's not a great deal on, obviously, by the time it airs. We're having a few different basketball games.
Yeah.
They're only going day by day at this stage, seeing as they're still just in group stages, so there's not a great deal on. But Spain versus France in, I think it's about 2 days' time.
Yep.
We're looking at the over-under of 145.5 points, paying $1.90 for the over. Yeah. So you can't look at that. You know, you got about 70 points each for Spain as well. France aren't doing too badly, but then again,
so
look, you
France
can't
get 100.
You can't not look at that exactly, especially when Spain are probably your second favourites after your USA. You know, they're probably the only two teams that are going to battle it out all the way to the end.
Yeah.
And then the only other one is also, we'll quickly touch on another one, is just the racing. You're looking at the Italian Grand Prix. Obviously, you've got Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, who are your favourite two. If you're looking for an underdog story, though, you've always got Daniel Ricciardo coming through as an outright win, paying $11.
He's won too.
So, you
definitely, yeah.
Can't put it past him, because the fact is he's a phenomenal racer, and
that's it.
He just, he seems to win when nobody else thinks he can win. So
that's it.
Anyways,
Tyler is the underdog. So what we do is we put a fake $100 on every bet. Not that we don't bet on these, but obviously we don't bet on every one because we list about 40. So we put $100 on these every single week, and we try to come up with a number of how much profit you guys would get. Not just the money that we put on and kept the actual profit. So last week we made $1,361 in profit from all of our bets. Some didn't pan out, but some paid off really well, like the Adelaide bet for the handicap, which ended up being the challenge of me eating cinnamon. That link for that's in the description below. It's not fun. About half an hour removed from that, and not a good time. So I'm going to run through some more sports. We'll get back into it. So we've got rugby union. So the Tri-Nations. So it's not Tri-Nations anymore. It's 4 nations.
Yeah.
That's going on this weekend. So Australia versus South Africa. It's a pretty much line ball bet, really. I wouldn't pick one over the other, really, even though it is in Australia. But Australia's paying really low, like they're paying about $1.60. As I said, it is Australia, so obviously a lot of punters are hitting on them. So South Africa, just to get the to win, is $2.73. For them to win by more than 1 point, so 2 points and over, it's paying $2.75. That is a really good bet. Because, a 1 point win in rugby union is not all that common. Usually it's by about 3 or more. So definitely, if you're going to go South Africa for a win, might look at that 1.5, because it does raise at 40 cents. And over $100, that's $40. So that's quite a big deal.
Otherwise, take the risk. Yeah,
definitely. If you want to multi it and just raise it a little bit more, you can go with New Zealand winning against Argentina. Look, I usually don't say things are a lock, but let's face it, they're going to beat Argentina. Argentina with a handicap of 27.5 points is paying $1.91. Definitely look at that. The last time New Zealand beat Argentina by more than 40 points was quite a while ago, and more by 27 points was about 3 years ago. So I don't think it's going to be as much of a shellackling. They usually get about that scoreline around the 25. It is really raining where it is as well, so look for a low-scoring game there. Thus, the handicap of 27 points probably won't get hit. But definitely look for that one, guys. Otherwise, you've got cricket. You've got South Africa versus Zimbabwe. We're just jumping on South Africa today for everything. That's paying $1.10 for a win. Again, probably use that as a multi just to raise it, about 20 or 30 cents, because it is kind of a lock. So definitely look at that. And I'll go one more before Corey jumps into something else. We've got rugby league. We're not big rugby league fans. We're just going to put that disclaimer out right now. Definitely, I got some outside help with this with guys that are in the know. And plus, I looked at all the stats and things like that. So I've got the Warriors to win at $2. They're playing pretty well. They're a little bit inconsistent, but look, I think they'll do pretty well this weekend. And the Eels to win by more than 7.5 points over Canberra. So 8 points is paying $1.91. Canberra is playing I don't know. There's no word. I can't make a word that would make this M-rated. So that's how bad Canberra's playing. I'm from Canberra, so I'm well aware of how bad that team is. Do you want to go to the next sport?
That was fantastic. Okay, so really we'll jump into soccer next. We'll start off with APL. Obviously, you got a lot of teams going up and down at the moment, seeing as there's only been, three games already, so we're going to the fourth week for EPL.
Buying everyone from Europe.
Transfer window's over, so you can't argue.
Buy anymore.
The team is going to be the team now up until the next transfer order. So all it is you've got to look at your team, suss it out,
and then spend hundreds of millions of dollars to fix it.
The one thing is though, you got Stoke versus Leicester. Stoke at home, coming off the win over Man City away.
That was a big win.
They won 1-0 away, but they're also looking quite in form against some of the other teams. Also, Ryan Shawcross has been playing phenomenal in his first 3 games, so they're at $2.10 to win at home. So you can't look past that.
Deal, yeah.
Liverpool, again, just boost your multi, $1.22. Man United, that's completely up to you whether you want to take the risk. Di Maria, Falco, David Blinds, Rooney, Van Persie.
They're not playing a good team. They are not playing a good team.
They are bursting QPR. $1.28. If you want to take the risk and boost it, $1.28 makes the difference.
Just to play devil's advocate, QPR for a draw or them to win is paying $5.50. So if you really don't think Man U's going to be able to do it, then maybe jump on that other one. But I would
look at the first 3 rounds.
I would recommend avoiding this one altogether because we don't know. Man U could win this game 6-0 and they could lose it by 3-0, and either way,
exactly.
wouldn't surprise us. So.
Exactly. So that one's at your own risk. You're looking at Chelsea v Swansea for a draw or Swansea to win. They're paying $4 straight out. Swansea is one of the undefeated teams as well as Chelsea, but they're both scoring heavily. They're good defensively. That's just going to be a huge game. Also, they're over and under in that game. The over is paying $1.65. Chelsea's coming off a 6-3 game against Everton.
How many goals?
It has to be over 2.5.
So only 3 goals.
So 3 goals. As soon as it's 2-1, 3-0, whatever, smash a team, lose, whatever. As long as it's 3 goals, $1.65, easy peasy. Man City or draw against Arsenal is paying $1.42. Again, just to boost it. Again, over 2.5 goals in that game is paying $1.70 for 2 high-scoring teams.
Pretty good.
Danny Welbeck's now at Arsenal. Probably start the game. See how they go. Can't risk it. Then you got your Spanish League, Barcelona, $1.28. Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid, though, the over of 2.5 goals is paying $1.85. With the firepower of Gareth Bale, James Rodriguez, Cristiano Ronaldo, they're not going to take a 4-2 loss in their first game, lying down easy. No. There was 6 goals in the first game. They're going to come out and try to win at 5-6-0.
So Europe's playing soccer?
Yes.
Oh, because I thought Manchester United bought all their players, but obviously they've left some behind. Anyway,
just the shitty ones.
Just Ronaldo. Ex-Devils, but I tell you. Alright, NFL season back on this weekend, all exciting. Week 1, I'm a big NFL fan. I picked up Madden 15 this week, highly recommend you jump on that. They've done a wonderful job with that EA, but that's neither here nor there. So I've looked through, and obviously I'm not going to go through every team that I picked this week, because it's just mammoth. If you follow us on Twitter, we'll be sort of tweeting as we go along with closer to the week. It's all exciting, but I've got a couple of bets to definitely look at. So I've got the Ravens to win by more than 1 point. So 2 points is paying $1.91. Ravens, I think they'll do very well this season. So I definitely look at doing that, jumping on that. I know it will be a close game, but hell, 2 points. I mean, if you're going to bet them to win, might as well bet them to win by more than 1 point. I've got Pittsburgh to beat the Browns by more than 6.5 points, so a whole touchdown converted. That's paying $1.90. The Browns aren't going to be very, let's face it.
They're the Browns. They're
the Browns.
End of story.
I'm sorry if you're from Cleveland and if you're watching this, but they're the Browns. Come on, you even know. You're probably even betting against them. I've got the Packers with a 6-point handicap, or the spread. I think they call it the spread in America.
Spread, yeah.
Yep, 6-point spread at $1.90. The Packers did not do very well last year. They had a lot of injuries, especially with their star quarterback. That's not happening this year.
He's back fit.
Yep, they got a fully fit lineup ready to go. So that 6-point handicap is definitely in regards to last season, so don't shy away from that. If there was a bet I'd definitely look at going on, it would probably be that one. But it's up to you guys really. And the Packers just to win is paying $3.15. So there you go. If you want a bit of a a risky one, but something that could pay off. 315, and if you
especially
put it
anything can happen on the first game of the first round
That's
of
it.
NFL season.
That's it. And while we're in
Stranger things happened.
while we're in America, the U.S. Open is well on its way through. We're at the quarterfinals now. We've got Jankovic and Murray playing in the quarterfinals. For them to get over 37.5 games, which is about 4 sets worth of games, and I have a feeling it's going to be a close one. That is paying $1.72. Definitely look at that one. That's something I'll be sort of hitting up as well.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
For two powerhouses, they're just going to go back and
Yeah,
forth all day long.
that's it. Well, one football to another football back in Australia.
Exactly right. We got first week of the AFL finals. We talked about it a lot last week. It didn't go down to the last game like we thought it may have. But
It still paid off.
all the best. They dared to dream. Richmond, they're in the finals. Can they make it 10 in a row?
10 wins in a row.
10 wins in a row. 10 wins in a row to make it through out of the knockout stage.
Yeah.
We don't see it happening. I'm sorry if you're a Richmond fan, but they will lose.
I don't want to be one of those people that's like an uncle's son's brother told me, but I've been told by a fitness coach who I play video games with Port Adelaide, that the reason why they haven't been playing very well lately is because they had been running them ragged Friday or Saturday before the game, so their stamina and fitness was amazing during the finals or playoffs if you're in America. So I would expect this team to absolutely come out and just destroy Richmond.
Yeah, they'd be looking for a 40-point lead by quarter to half time just to set themselves up.
Yeah.
So that even if they don't need to run out the game, they just use it for a fitness or a bit of touch-up practice going into the second week of the finals when they have to play again against one of the better teams in the comp.
Definitely.
So really, Friday night is the first game. You got Hawthorn versus the Geelong Cats. They're coming through at 179.5 for the under-over.
Mm-hmm.
That's both teams are scoring 90 points each. I can't see it happening. It's going to be a close encounter. They're both going to be trying to scrap it.
I don't think it'll be open.
I think it'll be tight. They're going to be a lot of tackles, a lot of hard in at the ball. I don't think there's going to be a lot of open free play.
Oh, definitely.
So I reckon the under at $1.91, that's a one that I'd definitely be looking at. I'm definitely jumping on that quite easily. And I'm a Geelong fan, so that says a lot about the fact that I don't think both teams are going to go at it. Sydney, just to beat the Fremantle Dockers in Sydney on a wet day, might I add, $1.47. Then you're looking at North Melbourne to win against the Essendon Bombers, $1.70, and Port Adelaide to beat the Richmond Tigers, $1.42. Also, the Kangaroos to be leading Essendon by the handicap spread, wherever you are, by 3 points. All they need is to be leading at halftime by 3 points, paying $1.90.
Which is pretty much a lead.
That's a goal.
A lead, yeah. Well, less than a goal.
Yeah. You'd be leading the other team by a goal at halftime. You're doing fantastic.
Oh, definitely.
So I think you jump on that at $1.90. You can't honestly look past it.
If you also go Sydney, Port Adelaide with that half, that 2.5 bet stretches out for $3.42, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
If you wanted a bit more of a risk, obviously there's a lot more risk with multis, a lot more things need to go right, but entirely up to you how you want to play it. But I just thought I'd throw that one in there.
Yeah, no, but that's definitely exactly right. But funnily, you should pipe in there because we're coming up to the last bet for the AFL, and again we're going for our challenge bet to be another AFL bet. Why we're doing this is that a lot of them are a line ball bet, but this week, obviously, like you mentioned before, Brenton had to do the cinnamon challenge. Next week is a slightly a lot the same wavelength.
I'll put it in the link in the description because we do a separate video for that one, so I'll whack that in there. But anyway, what's the bet? The
bet is the Sydney Freo game. Again, it's been raining in Sydney all week. You're looking at an over-under of 155.5 for the entire game. It's paying $1.91. You got to figure it out. It could go either way.
It could, yeah.
And I bet all the viewers at home, though, they're wanting to know what you're going to go for because whatever you choose...
They'll have to go look at the other video. They'll have to look at the other video.
I want to know.
That's the hook. That's the hook. You got to go to the other video. Got to go to the other video. Then you do it on radio.
Are you seeing this guy? I don't know about the viewers, but I'm seeing a lot of ducking after the cinnamon challenge.
I would look at that bet Saturday morning before the game, and if the forecast for rain is a little bit higher, the reason why we mention it now is that I would definitely jump on that then.
Yeah.
So then...
Baseball.
Alright, I'm just gonna start. Sorry guys, the audio cut out there, we're back here. So now we're talking about baseball, America's favourite pastime. which again I'm not really sure why it's America's favourite pastime.
Someone will have to explain that to us.
Yeah, why is it like? Don't you have other pastimes that are better, like cooking apple pie? It seems delicious.
American pie.
American pie, apple pie is better. So anyway, jokes aside, so we're just going to quickly run through the games here. There's some really good ones. The Sox to win. I can't stress this enough. For Wednesday night to Thursday morning for Australians, they're paying $2.09, and they're playing a pitcher who averages more than 10 runs a game. This just there's one bet every week that I sort of look through and I'm like, righto, here's the good one. For me, this is the good one. $2.06. It seems like there's a really good chance for it. Obviously, not a 100% lock. Who knows what will happen? It's sports. But I would really look at that. Also, the over-under for over 10 runs, 10 or more runs to be scored is paying $1.95, and if you combine those two, it's paying $4.06. With this pitcher again that they're versing, he has all the 4 games that he's played. He's 0-4, by the way. Of course he is, because he lets in a lot of runs. But they've been scoring 10 runs a game. Pretty much against him. All the other team has scored a couple. Also, the Sox don't have the greatest pitcher in the world, so expect a few runs to be scored there as well. I've also got the Cubs at $1.99. I've got the Royals. Definitely loving the Royals at the moment. They are on the comeback trail. I am telling you, they're going to win a couple of games. For them to win by more than 2 or more runs is paying $2.20. Definitely look at that one. I've got the Blue Jays, who seem to be working out for me lately. If I bet with the Blue Jays, they seem to win. If I bet against them, they seem to lose. So they're paying $2.25. And I've got the Mariners paying $2.09 for that game to score more than 7 or more runs is paying $2. And if you couple those two, that's $4.18. So definitely look at those ones in the baseball, but definitely look at the Sox. I can't stress that enough. I've managed to convert about 7 people at work to go get it. So
And that's a minimum.
That's a minimum, yeah.
There's a lot of $500 queries going around on it, so... I'm not saying bet that much, but
for the love of God,
let's just say.
Please don't bet outside of your limits, because I don't want to be responsible for that. But it's definitely looking like a good bet. It's paying more than
if you're rich, go for it.
Yeah,
go for gold.
Definitely.
We wish you the best with all the money that you win.
Yeah, Brenton will not be responsible. No. So look, that's the video, guys. The only thing I want to touch base on before you guys go. Actually, if you've lasted this long, make sure you hit the sub button down below. We entertained you for about 20 minutes. And hell, you got some good betting advice out of it. Otherwise, comment on the things that you're betting on and anything sport related, just so we can have a chat. Twitter's down below as well. We're pretty active with bets and stuff like that. But if you just want to talk about sport without the gambling, go for it. We're happy to always have a chin wag about teams needing to do something. And we're pretty knowledgeable across most sports. Although if you start talking to us about badminton, we might be a little bit out of our depth.
Yeah, you would have to explain us.
What is badminton? Yeah.
But another thing is also we're always looking for somebody to fan bet or the challenge bet.
Yes,
so
definitely.
That, we do a challenge video every week. So we're always looking to get a fan to pick the either pick the bet or pick the challenge.
Please be gentle.
So
with the challenge, be gentle.
Let's just say first one was cinnamon challenge. You can only get worse from there. He thinks it's going to get better, but it's not. So definitely come up with a few imagination ones and we can see where we go.
Like who was the first person to go, this tablespoon of cinnamon, I'm going to shove that in my mouth and see what happens?
If it was you, thank you. I would like to congratulate you. Thank you.
Hate you and I hate St Kilda.
And Adelaide, thank you. Adelaide Crows, you didn't make the finals, but you made the cinnamon bet. Thank you.
Oh, God. Alright, just before we go, jokes aside, if you've lasted this long, I just want to preach responsible betting, gambling. If you do have a gambling problem, please, I guess, don't take any of this information to heart. Please go seek help. I'm sure there's people that love you and stuff like that, and they don't obviously want you to be going through this. Even if you don't have someone that loves you and you're like a loner or something like that, it's still not good. It's still not good to have. So, look, down below there's a few numbers for a few different countries. If you want, put a comment down below if you're from another country and you're having trouble finding the numbers and things like that. I've got a few contacts in a few areas. I can definitely suss you out. Even might be able to get someone to call you. But we'll see how we go with that one. That's a loose agreement, that one. But in a few areas I can probably arrange that. Also, there's a Reddit page. If you prefer going on internet, they're really active there, and they're dealing with people that have had gambling problems themselves.
Exactly.
And so you can kind of empathize. There's not someone on the end of the line that's not dealing with it. It's people at the end of the keyboard that really are going through the same thing, if not have seen the light and have gone over it. This channel's more for the punter that just is like us, you know, got a few little bit of extra money to kill, and it doesn't matter if we lose it. Everything that you bet, you shouldn't have to depend on it.
Yeah.
It should be something fun, and if you make a win, then it's like, cool, I can go buy the missus something nice, or you can
Or you just go
buy
clubbing and buy $500 worth of alcohol.
yeah, like it's just
Have a
like
party.
it's just like awesome. Like yeah, like that's the thing. Like I won a fair bit last week and I ended up spending it on just a few bits of tech equipment that I was like, cool, you know, I didn't need to get it, but you know, it meant that I could do that. So it's kind of cool, but at the same time, if I lost that money, it would have, not that I was like, oh no,
It wouldn't have affected
whatever, make it a rain. But yeah, just make sure you bet within your limits. Set your limits before the week starts. And if you lose, don't be like, oh, I need to make it back this week. Be like, look, we'll see what's next weekend, see what the good bets are, and we'll make another.
Smart bet.
That's it. That's always it. That's always it. Never bet desperately, because that's when the train falls off the tracks. But look, that's the whole video. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. Have a great day, and make sure you comment and follow us on Twitter, because we're really active there, and we're hoping this thing sort of, you know, grows a little bit. We want you guys talking to us, because I don't want to do all the work. It's very stressful. Thanks anyway, guys. See you and bye.
Okay, so bye.